Poof. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? I hope better than I've been doing. I've had a fucking week last week. Holy shit. Is this a newer version of this intro? Or did it always look like this? Feeling better. Definitely feeling better. I apologize in advance if I have to cough or anything like that. It still happens. It's becoming more rare, but it's still there a little bit. It's a remaster of the classic. AI upscale. Ew. Chipping meat. Please adjust until the ninja is barely visible. Shouldn't he be hidden? Huh? Shouldn't he be not visible? Ninja Gaiden 2. Blick. I'm pressing the any button. Whew, man. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. It's been... The doctor called it a viral airway infection, right? Now, specifically, the doctor called it that when I want to say girlfriend, but no, she's my wife. Yeah, that's still a hard habit to, because like I don't refer to her every day, right? But whenever I've had to refer to her for like the last 15 years, it's been girlfriend, and only the last 2 years, I guess, have been wife. So I still get tripped up once in a while. It still happens. It's just, it's, you know, the world of girlfriend is like right there. Anyway, my wife had to go to the doctor first, and she caught the brunt of it as well. She caught the brunt of it. It's been rough. Does your wife know about your girlfriend? She does, actually. It's her she what's it called in English, like when you're like schizophrenic but like the dual personality type? It's actually the same person but the two personas. One is my wife and the other is my girlfriend. It's like an extreme version of roleplay. Man. But it's been rough. It literally also started like last week Sunday, I guess. So like 8 days ago, right? Not like last week, but the week before Sunday, right? It's like it started with my wife. She's like, oh, I'm feeling like a little itchy in my throat, you know. I'm like, we can do so. I'm joking. But but yeah, she's like, you know, I feel kind of shit, but whatever, right? Next day in the morning, she's like, hell no, I'm not working. That is not happening. You know, she still went to the doctor. She even did the groceries. But I think by the time it was afternoon, gone. As in, you know, bedridden. And she's basically been bedridden until, like, I guess Thursday. She's been like really under the weather, like ridiculous amounts, just like not capable to do anything. I went to work on Monday, and then it started with me like the same, like the itch in my throat, and I was like, fuck, it's, you know. And I saw how my wife was suffering, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be next. Tuesday I work from home, so I was like, well, I'll feel it out, let's see how it's hitting me. I didn't get caught nearly as bad. I got stuck with, you know, nose sniffling, coughing the whole time, which did cause me to be like, you know, I was in a good enough state to do work, to do like, you know, fucking office job. As long as you're not like mentally completely out of it, you can work, right? But I did text my boss. I was like, look, I am coughing, like my lungs are trying to escape, right? It's wild. I was like, I'm not bringing this shit to work. Like, people are gonna get so sick. I can see how my wife is now. It's that I am not bringing this to the office. And he's like, don't worry, almost everyone got it already. He's like, stay home, but I mean, you're not alone. A lot of people have, it's like, apparently, you know, doctors said this as well, very contagious shit, you know, apparently a real wave going over Belgium with that shit. But yeah, and it just kept going. Every day you're like, I think I'm getting better, and then it just got worse. Like, some part of it got worse, and it just, like, literally this weekend, I think Saturday was like the first time both of us were like in good enough health to even go outside and like do groceries or something like that. Like, and even then we got home from doing that, we literally went grocery shopping and we went to buy one book for Lila, my wife. And we came home, we were like maybe an hour and a half away from home. We were done. We were exhausted. Keep in mind, it was also that kind of being sick where you're like, ugh, food, but like everything. Like just 3 days straight eating a little bit of soup. That kind of shit. So you're gonna be in a shit physical condition after a couple days for sure. COVID related? Apparently not. I mean, there's always a chance, but I'm assuming if it was COVID related, that would be something the doctor would like instantly be like, hey, we need to check this. But apparently there was some other infection sweeping the nation, and yeah, it checked all the boxes of whatever's going around right now. So we're definitely both a lot better. We both went to work today. For me, once in a while there's like some, you know, there's like some, what's it called in English? Like in Dutch we call it like slime in your throat, like mucus, I guess. Like once in a while there's like some gnarly mucus that you have to like right? But other than that, like physically I'm like not exhausted anymore, yada yada yada. I'm way better. Lila's still recovering a little tougher than me, even though she also went to work today. But you know, it's a tough one. It's been a tough one. And of course it has to be the week where I'm like good enough to do a fucking office job but can't talk, so I couldn't stream. That has to be the week fucking Team Ninja's like, you know what, let's dump all Ninja Gaiden news we've been sitting on for the last 7 years. It's like, what the fuck? Couldn't you have waited a week? How inconsiderate. Inconsiderate is what I call that. But I'm not gonna complain. But I am complaining. I shouldn't complain, but I am. Oh man, Ninja Gaiden news. Excuse me. Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Man, there's been honestly so much has gone on since the last time I streamed, you know. Just alone in gaming, a lot happened, right? All the Ninja Gaiden stuff happened. Virtua Fighter came out today, right? There's been like a huge information dump on Assassin's Creed, which has been sick to see. But even outside of gaming, what the fuck is happening in the US? I mean, I don't want to get caught onto that whole part since the last time I streamed, but let's just say the US is like air fryer cooked. Like, it's ridiculous. It's Jover. And actually, I think the rest of the world is kind of fucked as well if we don't, like, you know, I feel like it's time for action. I think what's happening in the US right now, you know, maybe it's a little closer to home for us Europeans, you know. We don't really see any, you know, we don't see an autistic dude or a Roman dude. No. We see what that is. We've been there, actually. So that's a whole fucking thing. God. 1 week! 1 fucking week! Can you believe that? 1 week I don't stream. The next time I don't stream for a week, aliens are gonna visit. It's like, you know. Apparently, the mysterious arm gesture Musk did was censored on Russian TV because they still give a shit about not showing Nazi symbols. It's like in so many countries in the world they had to censor it, and then all these people in the US are like, well, did you see what you see? It's like, come on, dude. Like, it's not even funny how it's like, if you had to write the quick and dirty playbook on how to do fascism, and you're like, okay, so these are the steps. It's almost like they're doing them verbatim. Like, if you want a definition of fascism, just look at the last couple of weeks of US politics and you basically ran the whole gamut. It's so crazy how nobody is like pointing and like, hello? We're seeing this, right? It's so insane, dude. Ugh. It is crazy. And look, here's the thing about that, right? The whole arm gesture debacle. It's like, one, everyone knows what that is. Anyone who's trying to be like, well, you shouldn't believe your own eyes and ears. Yeah, well, you know what kind of dog whistle that one is, right? But also, it doesn't even matter. He could have done a fucking backflip and like, yo, or whatever. Like, he could have done anything. It really doesn't matter because the message that, like, the people who were meant to receive the message, they did. They received it. It doesn't matter what gesture it was realistically. They received the message. But of course, it was kind of an explicit way of sending the message, right? And if you're thinking, well, where's the evidence? He just fucking went on the Germany's like Nazi party, like, so like. Anyway, let's not talk about that. That is such a heavy, like, I am interested in politics. Excuse me. In a way, and I don't mind talking about it, especially if it pertains to, you know, how the culture war is affecting video games and the nonsense there. I do like talking about that, tackling that kind of stuff, because, you know, it's silly, right? But like, this is some real shit, and I don't know, man. It's a little too heavy, right? It's not like I'm gonna solve it either. So I think anyone would have a brain cell can see all that shit for what it is, you know. And if you voted for that, you kind of have to sit in it. If you voted for that and you didn't see it coming, you kind of have to sit in it. That's on you. Yo, Rachel in Unreal 5 is thumbs up. See, now this is what we really need to be talking about, right? How fine do the girls look in action? Because I've only seen screenshots, I've only seen shitty quality streams, as you are about to see as well, but I get to see it on my beautiful high resolution 1080p monitor here, right? So excuse me. Excuse me, man. Whew. I guess this is kind of a test, because I don't think I've been talking this much since last stream. Like, I basically have gone silent mode. So I guess this is kind of a test for my voice. We have a liberal party and a far-right party, and we all know how liberals feel about the far-right. The campaign was all Trump will destroy democracy, and now they're all doing their cocoa bottom bipartisanship routine and confirming Marco Rubio as Secretary of the State 19-0 shit. Yeah, it's, you know, it's so funny as a European to look at American politics, where some Americans are like, well, the lefty Democrats, and it's like, left? Dude. America can choose between like extreme right and right. You guys have no leftist parties, like, at all. That just doesn't exist. You guys have Bernie Sanders, and your own fucking party has put him to the side. Like, come on. Come on. But hey, let's talk about some cool shit, right? Let's not get into the politics shit, because here's the thing. Let's cap off the politics talk with this. Nazi bad. Don't fall for it. That's it. It really, if there's one thing as an elite gamer you should have learned by now, is that no matter what the political situation in the world is, if a shooter comes out and you can kill Nazis, that's fine. In fact, they're on the same level as zombies. That's how little they mean to us, right? That's what gaming has taught us throughout our existence, you know? A morally okay enemy to ruthlessly exterminate are Nazis and zombies. And in Call of Duty 5, Nazi zombies. That was the ultimate combo wombo of like, you really shouldn't give a shit of putting a bullet between those two peepers. You really shouldn't give a shit. And in fact, I wish we brought that energy to real life. The energy, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, we need Mario is what I'm saying. Move over, Luigi. We need Mario. Fucking Nazi fighter Mario. Anyway, let's watch some of the news, will ya? Let's watch some news. This dropped today. I didn't even know they were gonna do this. I mean, I guess I knew, but I didn't know. It's Rise of the Ronin. Whoa, why is it starting? Hold up. Oh wait, shut up, game. Hello, trailer. Oh, 84K. Frame gen, nice. We'll run the game at 15 FPS and scale it up.
The fate of this nation is in your hands!
Huh? Kaput? Uh-oh. My internet's not down, is it? No, I'm still streaming. I guess that's upload. F but only YouTube, yeah. Kaputsk. Wow. See, this is the power of PC gaming, right? You get to play things in 144p. See, this is the quality we all want in our video games, right? See, oh my god, what a beautiful game. Oh my lord. What are we doing with PS5? Crazy.
The fate of this nation is in your hands!
Shape your own story as a masterless warrior. Look, you can be Ryu Hayabusa, which you cannot do in any other game right now. Why did they localize Ronin exactly one time? Huh? What do you mean, like the word Ronin? Do they call it something else? Rise of the Vagabond. Ronin more or less means masterless warrior. Because now it's in text, it's not in the title. Now it's an explanation, and they're like, you know, if they would put here, if they would put shape your own story as a Ronin, people might be like, well, I guess that's implied in Rise of the Ronin that you're gonna do the story as a Ronin. I guess that is implied. Anyway, much more interesting is this little trailer here. I'm gonna be honest, Ninja Gaiden 4 kind of came out of the blue for me. I don't know if there has been any information on this. This came like a complete surprise to me, at least, especially Platinum Games doing it. But yeah, apparently they've been working on it for quite a while. And it does look cool. It does look good. It's the HD version again. Let's say you start a game company right now and you're doing like one of these intro sequences. At this point, when you render that shit out, you better be making it at like 4 times the current resolution. Because like, if you make it, like let's say you make it at 4K now, but in like 10 years, it's 8K or some shit. Like you might as well now make it in like 16K as a master file or some shit.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of...
Shut the hell up. I mean, don't shut up, but wait. So we can read.
The divine dragon gods wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However,
I'm going to interrupt. One thing that I found so funny when this trailer unfolded and I was like going on YouTube, I wanted to do like the whole reaction roulette. I wanted to see like, you know, like what is Max's reaction to this? He's like in the know, but not a fan, right? I kind of want to get a glimpse of the demographics. And one of the things I also looked at was like generic gaming podcasters or whatever that they know the name Ninja Gaiden, but that's it. They don't really know anything about the franchise. And one of the things so many people kept bringing up was like, oh my god, it's cyber shit. And I'm like, well, I don't think you've been paying attention to any of the old games. Like, this isn't like, I mean, this might be a little further along in the future, but there's nothing here we haven't seen before, technology-wise.
The Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Damn. Ads are playing. Hold on. We have to wait for our fallen warriors. We have to wait. Ads are playing. We still got 40 seconds. We have to wait for our fallen comrades. Okay? We're not leaving them behind. Or should we? Maybe it should be like, hey, you should have subbed. Just, you know, Twitch, am I right? Can't help it. Can't help it. But I mean, maybe I should start like right before the ads end. So it seems like they've been missing out, right? Okay, ads are over. Hold on. Welcome back, fallen warriors. Held hostage by the ads, but you're back. Let's go.
Commencing mission.
Commencing mission. That's such a Raiden thing to say. As in Metal Gear Solid Raiden. I kind of like the look of this. I mean, this is kind of goofy. It's giving Sonic. But this looks sick. And I think stylistically, it definitely feels like Ninja Gaiden.
This is it.
I think that's also important.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
Is there like a Japanese version of this trailer?
Raven.
I kind of want to hear Ryu's Japanese voice.
I will execute my mission.
Because I'm not sure I'm a fan of the English voice. Did they change it? I think it did, right? Wasn't it like a big name actor back in the day? Like, wasn't it like
Play
Troy
it
Baker
day
or some
one
shit?
with Game Pass.
Play now on Game Pass. Also, that's not true, by the way. Maybe the text is... Yeah, this is a lie. This is a lie. Because they did away with the Game Pass play it day one. This is only true if you're Game Pass Ultimate. Like the biggest high-end tier. Then it's true. Otherwise, you don't get access to day one games. I think it was Troy Baker in DOA 5. Oh. Dude, if there's one thing I absolutely hate right now on YouTube, right? It's this. I think you guys can see it. Hold on. I'm going to hide chat for 1 second. Don't be scared. You'll be back in a second. Don't worry. Don't panic. You'll be back. You'll be back. These type of titles, dude. These types of titles. The Ninja Gaiden 2 Black situation is crazy. God, I fucking... Oh, I hate that shit. There is no crazy situation. A game launched. That's not a crazy situation. What are we talking about? but everything's a crazy situation. We need to talk about. You need to keep an eye on this situation. Not like the original, contains all the modern game flaws instead. Slow-mo, rails, teleports to the boss. 20 FOV camera close-ups. What? This looks very much like the originals, in my opinion. And to be honest, the modern game flaws, I don't see it. This looks very old school.
The abandoned Tokyo continues.
Like this looks exactly like the old game.
This
It looks so much not like modern
Infiltrated
game.
the facility.
The only thing that's modern is fucking the YouTube player that's bugging.
No escape.
I mean, yeah, this is new, but the fucking rail thing, that's not new. That was like from Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast and shit. This looks very much like Ninja Gaiden. And I don't even know what you mean with teleports you to the boss. Looks very platinum. I mean, yes, but it also looks like Ninja Gaiden. Like it's not like this is, you know, it's not like this is Bayonetta with a Ninja Gaiden skin. Like you can clearly see the Ninja Gaiden identity in there, like the movement, the types of attacks. You know, I think especially the new character, a little more flashier moves, which is the platinum thing, I would think. But I don't think it's that flashy for Ninja Gaiden either. It's more flashy. Ninja Gaiden is crazy shit as well. Like, just hold the ultimate attack button and watch your screen explode with fucking color, right?
This is it.
Like, especially the Ryu, like this part. Are you gonna tell me this doesn't
Whatever your
look
clan
like
is
Ninja
plotting,
Gaiden?
it ends here.
The way he attacks and moves? Like that.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
And we'll see how this turns out, right? I'm sure you can make a trailer for original Ninja Gaiden 3 and make it look very cool as well. The game wasn't. So who knows? The game might suck. But so far it looks cool, it looks fun. I mean, I'll probably get it unless the previews and stuff are like, this is really, 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 really bad. But even then, I mean, like, I feel like I just want to get it just to have like all the games. I bought OG Ninja Gaiden 3, you know, even though that was well before launch, hailed as a shit entry. They kind of cheated by doing the DOA 5 alpha thing. That kind of got me over the line to buy that one, but whatever. Most characters making look okay too. We'll see when it comes out. You never know, right? I do. If there's one thing I also, you know, if we're talking about things I hate in like the current gaming climate, people judge trailers extremely firm, right? Like trailers are obviously made to show off the game, but you never really know, right? And like to automatically be like, well, shit, you know, it's not 10 out of 10, must be shit. What if it's Ninja Gaiden 3 vanilla again? Then it's shit. Then we're fucked. I mean, that's the thing. It could be, right? Maybe we're just seeing cool animations and cool movement and you're like, that's it. And then, like, here's the thing, right? If you play original Ninja Gaiden 3, there's so many parts of that that are Ninja Gaiden that on paper should be good, but whatever they've done there with the way you kill enemies or only one weapon, and that's the kind of shit you don't really notice in the trailer, where like, you know, if they're only using one weapon in the trailer, you're like, okay, they just want to show off one weapon. Imagine if there's only one, and then you're like, huh, well, that's kind of ass. That's what happened with Ninja Gaiden 3. There's even vanilla Ninja Gaiden 3. There's plenty of things that are like, this is Ninja Gaiden. That's fine. But the whole package combined just turned it into dog shit. But I would hope, and this is the thing, right? There is a big difference between this game and Ninja Gaiden 3. As in, Ninja Gaiden 3 was kind of just a sequel in the sense that, you know, it didn't come that long after they've redone. Because you have to think, that was like the moment in time where Itagaki left. They finally could put things back on PlayStation. So they did like Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. And then came Ninja Gaiden 3. And I mean, that was just a sequel in a way, right? Whereas this game, from the get-go, when they started developing this, was the return of Ninja Gaiden. So there's a little more vested interest in making this one that should pop off. Like, from the business side of things, it would make sense for them to put more effort into this than in 3. Because now they have something to prove, I guess. But that doesn't always mean something, but at least, you know, keep it in mind. Let's put it that way. Ninja Gaiden 3 was a phase where the whole Japanese game industry wanted to make Western games. Oh. Isn't it weird how those kind of things keep happening? And it's like, why doesn't everyone just do their thing? Like, if you're a Japanese game studio, just make shit you think is cool. Don't chase something. All these fucking companies and their dumb non-art decisions. Like, it's all these suits. It's all these decision makers who see everything on an Excel spreadsheet, right? Instead of looking at the art form of gaming, if you will. If every company was just like, we make the things we think are cool, I'm willing to bet most game companies would just be healthy, normal companies, right? They probably make games, they have an audience, and it'll probably work. It's when you start chasing trends and do shit like that. So this is the problem with that kind of stuff. If you're chasing some other thing, either you're going to do it better than everyone else, and now you're just the better something else. You're not even your own thing. You're just the better old thing. Or you're not better, and now you're slop, and nobody wants it because there's already that thing, but better. So it's like, it's such a gambit, and why? Just make your own thing. It'll pay off. And yeah, the way I understand with Platinum Games is I don't think the entire company ran dry. I think it's just like a bunch of the, I guess, the top creative talent from that studio kind of left. But how much impact does... I think it totally makes sense for Platinum to do a licensing thing like this, because the people at Platinum are probably still on a technical level good developers, right? But if you work within an already existing IP, the expectations of the like, you don't have to invent something completely new and super creative and yada yada yada. Players have low expectations now. They just need advertising to sell these games. Yeah. Though, if I feel like, and this is maybe, you know, maybe I'm a little bit in an echo chamber, I don't know. I think this trailer has been received fairly well. Most people who saw this trailer, their reaction was like, oh yes, it's back. Not like, ugh, right? I think most people are happy to see it back. But the problem with those kind of things is there are plenty of franchises where if they were to come back, people would be like, yes, it's back, but they still wouldn't play it. It's more of it's almost like a safety blanket, you know? Like it being there just makes it feel like the world is on track to be a good place again. But they don't actually buy and play it. You know, I'm seeing this more about DOA now too, where a lot of people on Twitter and online are just like, man, DOA should actually come back. You know, we really do need the 3D fighting games. And I'm like, you say that, but you don't buy and play DOA. You just want the safety blanket because the idea that your actions of not supporting something causes it to disappear, that's a scary idea. And if something comes back and whatever, it's like, oh, I guess not supporting it didn't ruin it completely, and I can continue not supporting it and live on my happy merry life. Hardcore Ninja Gaiden fans didn't like it, and me too. I don't know. I follow quite a bit of Ninja Gaiden speedrunners and, like, you know, maximum rank chasers and stuff like that. Most of them are pretty excited, you know. There's always haters. See, there's fans, and there are fans of old shit, right? And there is a difference. Fans are like, I like what there is, and I'm excited for the future, whatever form that is, right? And there's also people who are like, I like Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2 Original. Every other game is trash. I'm a fan, even though I dislike 80% of the games in the franchise. Yeah, there's some arbitrary, you know, this is the correct version, which we're seeing with the new Ninja Gaiden 2 Black as well. There's some version bigotry going around. Anyway, here's a thread on Twitter I saw about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which I found very fascinating. I like a little bit peeking under the hood, looking at the technical bullshit behind these games. And this one's fascinating to me because I didn't even consider this to be a possibility. But, so what they're doing with this version of the game is they're actually just running Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma within Unreal Engine. They didn't rewrite the stuff in Unreal Engine. They're running it within Unreal Engine and then hooking the new shit onto the old code. Which, as we're going to scroll down, you're going to see some fascinating, you'll start to understand what that actually means. Fascinating stuff. So, they start explaining, imagine Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 running with no visuals. So just the code is running, the logic of the game is running, but there's no visuals. So what Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is doing is taking all the gameplay info from this state and then displaying it into Unreal Engine 5. Doing this is quite a bit of work, but a handful of games have already done this in Unreal Engine. Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Crisis Core Reunion. Which I actually didn't notice about Tekken or Soul Calibur either, right? I thought they were remade from scratch in Unreal Engine, but apparently not. So yeah, they're posting some code shit. But the idea is that, there's an Unreal Engine C++ actor called Common Workspace. And seems like every Ninja Gaiden 2 Black actor knows it's Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma data equivalent in real time. So they again, they kind of link to the old code with new stuff, but the old code is still just a running as is. Well, I guess maybe not as is. They probably did change some stuff, but and here's some of the fun stuff. It's weird how they run the animations. For some reason, all the original models of Sigma 2 are just in the game. In every character's blueprint, the Sigma 2 model is present and hooked to an animation blueprint. Then they use Unreal 5's IK retargeter to retarget the Sigma 2 animations to the new models. And then they just hide the original model. That is, I mean, isn't that fascinating how they've done that? They're just like, here's the original stuff. We hook onto the retargeter onto a new model, and then we hide the old model. Boom. New model is animated. What? Ugh. So yeah, about the animation stuff. Doesn't just do Sigma 2 conversions, but also need to handle a lot of the character visuals. Designers probably run Unreal code for blood and gore and other visual elements in tandem with Sigma 2 gameplay events that the actors are reading from. But the levels then, in turn, are made in Unreal and are streamed with the Unreal level instance system. Collision data also seems to be read from an Unreal map. Additionally, the main persistent level is called Game Module Test Level. I love looking under the hood of this shit because someone started out with this, and at some point they were just like too far along and like, you know what? This is now the primary version, and that's just the name, I guess, now. Oh, that is so real. Oh. Cutscenes. The original animation data seems not only to be used for gameplay, but even for cutscenes. Other than minor differences in head movement, seems to be the same animation data from Sigma 2, which is ported from the original game. And that was it for this trend. Isn't that fascinating? Like that, to me, when I first saw this, like when I first saw Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I was like, wow, they did the whole thing in Unreal Engine. I was like, wow. And then I saw gameplay, and I guess I'll experience it for myself about now, right? But at first I was like, man, they replicated that feeling seemingly really, really well. Because like I was watching people play this on stream, and I was like, this looks and feels exactly like I remember Ninja Gaiden moving and whatever, right? It's because it is. They just took it wholesale. It's exactly like it was because it is exactly what it is. That is crazy. It is Sigma 2, unfortunately. I will say, I'm not a Sigma 2 hater. Let's put it that way. I'm not a Sigma 2 hater. That being said, I would have preferred if this version would have given you the choice. I know that might not on a technical level, especially considering now we know how they did it, right? Maybe they just didn't have the manpower or the whatever to make it that much involved. But at the same time, you know, for like a comeback thing of like, here's number 4 pre-purchase now, and also surprise, here's Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. It would have been cool if it was like a, do you want the original balance? Do you want the Sigma 2 balance? Because it's, you know, for the average player, it really isn't gonna matter that much, right? For the average player, it really, really, really doesn't matter. But there are gameplay differences between the two. I think most notably, like it goes into a lot of detail, but I guess the most common one, broad strokes, is in the original one, there tend to be more enemies, but easier to kill, right? In Sigma 2, often in places, and that was because the PS3 back in the day couldn't load as much enemies as the Xbox could back in the day, right? So what they often did was like reduce the enemy count, but then they buffed them, right? Which turned some parts in Sigma 2 into slogs, because you're like fighting against these enemies and these fuckers just will not die. And it's like, my God, because they kind of want to keep you there for like the same amount of time, but it's so much more boring compared to like fighting hordes of enemies. So from that point of view, I would have rather have seen the original version, or again, just give us both. Give us the choice. That would have been actually the best move. Just have people toggle between the two. Like basically that's a difficulty setting, right? What do you want to do? Easy or easy Sigma? I found this a fun read. Found it fun. I guess that's what Bluepoint does, except for the fact that the old assets are still included. I mean, who knows, right? Yeah, I think the old assets was specifically about the characters. They changed the parry system to counterbalance that. Stronger enemies, as you're saying. Many attacks enemies cannot be parried now. Yeah, or like you can't throw them or so. There's like a bunch of weird shit that they did, you know, to make those fewer enemies last longer, I guess. You know, and it's one of those things where, you know, they needed to make it work for PS4, PS3 back in the day. I don't blame devs, right? They're finding solutions. It is what it is. But those problems can be overcome now, you know. So there really is no reason to use the Sigma stuff anymore. There we go. I guess we'll have to find out, because sometimes the horizontal, sometimes the normal horizontal is inverted as well. So I might have to go double inverted. Or maybe just like not, or only horizontal. It kind of depends. Subtitles on. Speaker names. Sure, why not? Small. I wonder how loud the game is. It seems pretty quiet. Oh, I guess for you guys it's really, really quiet because it was still muted. For me it's still quiet though. Event? What the fuck is that? Like cutscenes? Ugh. So what do you guys find about stuff like this? Chromatic aberration, I've always found the weird one. Because like there's things where I'm like, motion blur. If it's proper motion blur, that makes sense because that happens in real life with your eyes too, right? That makes things look more realistic. Same with depth of field, right? Though depth of field is already one of those like, that's technically more of a camera thing. But I guess in real life, if you focus on something close to you, the background is blurrier. Like that is, or at least that's how my eyes work, right? If I hold this can close to my eyes and I look at it, I can't read the text on the screen anymore. It's too blurry. So depth of field is still a thing IRL. Chromatic aberration is a camera specific thing. I always turn it off because in my head I'm like, well, this is not going to make things look more realistic, because I mean, it's a thing people want to get rid of in cameras. If if people who make movies got their way, this wouldn't exist. Because that's an issue. And again, unless the game explicitly is like your camera, whatever you're watching through, is a video camera, then it makes sense. But if it's just like you're watching over the shoulder at Ryu Hayabusa, why is there chromatic aberration? That doesn't make sense. Vignetting, I don't know. I mean, depends on how. Noise filter is another one of those where it's like, that's a camera thing, really? It doesn't. I guess if you want to do like screenshots and stuff, it could be cool to play around with that stuff. But to me, generally, if the options are there, noise and chromatic aberration are things I usually turn off because it doesn't make sense to me if you're not literally looking through the lens of a camera. Then these two don't make sense if it's not that. Vignetting, I guess I'll have to see if it makes sense. Usually not. But I'm assuming we can change this in the game as well. I would turn all of that off when I'm watching in 480p anyway. Damn. I think motion blur is always gonna depend. I like object motion blur. I don't like camera motion blur. Again, that's another thing that doesn't make sense to me, right? Like where moving the camera makes things like smear out. It's like if you watch in one direction and you move your head, like that doesn't really happen in real life because your eye catches. Like you usually don't smoothly view. Like your eye is gonna be like. Excuse me. But objects, if something moves fast, like a hand, like there's motion blur. It's like literally in front of your eyes, you can do motion blur, right? But it's the object moving towards, or like in relation to your vision not moving at that point. That's what creates motion blur visually, to me at least. Those kind of motion blurs I like in games when it's objects. Camera movement should not. Hero for ultimate power. Wakens the moment of death. Follow your instinct. That's like story mode. I guess we'll do Acolyte. It's been a hot minute since I played Ninja Gaiden, so this is we're taking scenic route today, right? We're not doing if you have high FPS, you don't need motion blur. What do you mean you don't need? It's a visual flair. Like its purpose is to make things look better. Doesn't matter what the FPS is. It's really quiet, no? But I can't go in the menu now. Fuck.
邪神の
Sure. Not the dual pistols. Sheesh. Dude, this game is so sick. And we haven't even begun. See if this is better. Hey, 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 hey. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
龍か久しいの。奴らジグモ一族の邪人と見えた。
And why did they master this game at such a low volume? That's crazy.
いかにも久々に現れおった。あの女は何者だ。なんじゃ知らんのか。わしも知らん。助けられなんだか。なんぞお主に用事とか。邪神がどうとか言うておった。邪神。
How do you parry again? It's pressing block at the correct time, right? Or do I have to learn parry? Parry. Block plus an attack button. Oh. Is the wild blocking. Deep Crimson. Aha. Is this a new menu? I guess it's not new, but it's graphically new. I think it looks different. Come on, dude. I was pressing the annihilation attack. Heal and save. Did it already save? I think it did, right? Yeah. I fucked up the parry. It's new and better than you remember it from Sigma 2. It probably looks different in Sigma 2. This looks clean. This little menu looks clean as shit. Are there any more items here? There might be some hidden stuff. I have to get used to the parry timing again. Technique of the shadowless footsteps. Wait, I wanted an item. I thought there was an item here. Can I do this? The obliteration technique. Reverse wind. Oh, you can keep it. I think that's in 1, right? That's in Ninja Gaiden 1, where you can keep the health increases because they also full heal you, and it's like a bonus healing item if you keep them. Yeah, take it. Crystal Skull. Just like in Indiana Jones. The best one. Was that in Ninja Gaiden 2? You had a choice, not upgrade. Oh, so that's like a good old Sigma edition. The auto use. Sigma edition. I mean, not that it matters that much. I guess on a high difficulty run, it's like a little bit of extra help, I guess. We got herbs. Art of the Inferno. You're still alive, motherfucker. That's some Sigma health right there. Too much Sigma health. Whoa. No item? Oh man. I always go down and check. Sheesh. Right now, the combat is still very satisfying because they die fast enough. Once they start dying slower, it's less fun. I think that's, to me, the biggest issue with Sigma, I guess, where there's like fewer enemies and they're stronger or harder to deal with and yada yada. At some point, you know, unless you're like a pro at the game, you stop feeling like, you know, you stop feeling like a master ninja, and that's probably the biggest crime. Irregardless of difficulty and whatever. It just, you stop feeling like you're a, you know, like a sick ass ninja. The flying bird technique. Pretty game though. It's a pretty game. Life of the gods. Beautiful. The Devil's Way mushroom. It's the devil's grass. The devil's grass. Chop chop. Think the PS5 can handle enemy counts from an Xbox 360 game like the PS3? Yes, of course. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's probably just, you know, they probably just had the Sigma 2 code base ready. And that's kind of just it. They probably, you know, they did the master collection thing. So that's probably how they got the Sigma stuff, you know, near, let's put it that way. And in a way that's sad. That's like a very real, you know, way of looking at it, but it's also like, oh, so for, because here's the thing, like most people, and that's probably something that's like getting some people, right? That for a lot of people, calling it black, you know, for a lot of people, Ninja Gaiden Black, the original, is the definitive version of Ninja Gaiden 1. That's like the version, right? So calling it that, I think for a lot of people, the expectation was that this was also going to be the original version, but black, you know, whatever that means. And I'm also kind of wondering, like, what's the reason for this project? If not, you know, to make a good version. Because there's a part of me, maybe a little bit conspiracy theory, but what if this was just like a little project to practice Unreal Engine? It's a third version of Sigma 2. Yeah, it's Sigma 2, but with less content. Because they did cut some shit as well. Like, sure, it's stuff that most people aren't gonna miss. Like the stupid Buddha fight and stuff. I mean, you know, it's cute that it's there in Sigma, right? And it got us the DOA 5 stage. Chop. Fourth version of Sigma. Well, you have Sigma 2, Sigma 2 Plus, I believe, on PlayStation Vita. What version do we have after this? This is the third version now, right? Because the Master Collection is just Sigma 2, the normal one, without changing content, I believe. Plus had more stuff, and this version has altered the content as well, cut some stuff, added some other stuff, like there's like some Ultimate Ninja missions that are different. Yeah, the Master Collection one is literally just Sigma 2, I believe. Like, exactly, Sigma 2. No changes in content. Whoop. Go up. Go up, amigo. Master Ninja climb. The flying swallow technique. Been using it, bucko. Oi, oi, oi. Ain't no way, dude. Behind the pole? Oh. Behind the pole, Ultimate? Come on, man. Ain't no way that happened. Master Collection, they removed co-op missions. Yeah, exactly, Ternary. The missions are still there, just the online component is gone. Which, I mean, you know, the online was janky. It was fun-ish. I used to play that mostly with the AI anyway. They're kind of ass, but it is really good. Man, do the parry. Grab this bitch, grab this bitch. Here you go. The lunar stuff. Could at least given the option to play them with no stupid AI partner. I mean, it's kind of the same. They, especially on the very difficult missions, they might as well not be there. Whoa. The ultimate technique. The AI dies constantly on higher difficulties. I mean, that's true, that's true. You kind of have to beat the enemies faster than they can beat the AI. They're just walking around without arms out there. Yeah. You know. They don't need them where they're going. Hey, hey. Whoa! Why no ultimate obliteration, whatever technique? Obliteration technique. Alrighty. God, this game is sick. It looks pretty good. Gotta give them that. It's definitely they definitely cleaned it up nice. Boom. You're shy. Bow, bow. Dragon sword, obviously. Always want to do the dragon sword first, at least in my opinion. I don't know if that's like actually the meta. I always find the dragon sword to be like the good baseline weapon, you know. Everything else doesn't work. Grab your dragon sword. Bow, bow. The meta is to not upgrade the dragon swords and get upgraded for free. I'm sure the first 10k that I use now really matter. Also, aren't there only 3 levels? Down the drain like Mario. Mario. Notebook, Shadowless Footsteps. My master tells me that the technique of the Shadowless Footsteps is a basic ninja maneuver. He says it's the very spirit of the ninja to travel where no path can be seen. In that case, I must be lacking in ninja spirit, because I'm completely incapable of performing this simple technique. I slide down the wall, slam my forehead against its surface. Either way, I look like an idiot. If it weren't for my metal headpiece, I'd crack my skull open by now. What honor can be had by a ninja as clumsy as I? When my comrades reach a valley, I slow them down. When up against a castle wall, they must carry me over. They say that in life one must learn to rise above obstacles. I'd rather knock all these walls down. I never want to see another wall as long as I live. Ikage. Well, you're not seeing a wall anytime soon, amigo. Bye. Huh? Bonk. The Furious Wind technique. I already saw someone today who took the model of Ryu in this game and put it in Tekken 8. Because they're both unreal. Probably easy to do. Go. Up we go. Wait, are we at the same floor again? Fuck. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, different floor, same layout. Notebook, flying bird. Brother, heed my cries. No matter what I try, I'm unable to perform the flying bird flip. Despite all the training you have given me, dear brother, I remain inept. You have explained the flying bird as nothing but a series of jumps. 1, 2, 3, yet the technique that comes naturally to you feels to me like the unscalable peak of Mount Midoriyama. I train relentlessly, driven by a singular goal. To one day be as light-footed as you, dear brother. I keep telling myself that it's a matter of practice, that I must adhere to your wise instruction. Promise that you will train with me again when I return home. I'll see you soon, love. Your little brother, Magura. Magura. No more training for you. Hello? Ugh, he has to climb, not jump. Ryu is so picky. Oh my god. Hua! Okay. Ooh, shoppo. I haven't found any skulls anymore. Nor have I been looking, but whatever. Yeah. Easy. Easy so far. Can you believe the tutorial level is easy? Crazy. It's Spider-Man. Very cool. Oh my god, he loves doing the throw. Can we shoot him? Dude, it said a small amount of life and a full health. It was almost a full heal. What was that? I guess it's reverse. Bring it, bitch. Dude, what the fuck? Ah, here we go. And he's doing a Tom Cruise. Wait, now she's done with him? What? Like, eh. He's throwing a lot of shuriken, never
女
mind.
はくれてやる竜はやぶさ。所詮そいつは CIA の雑魚だ。時間は稼がせてもらった。竜はやぶさね。探したわよ、世界中。
CIA だったな。なんか用か。
単純だけど大事で、奴らは邪神を蘇らせるつもりなの。絶対に止めなきゃダメよ。
なかなか手広いな、近頃のスパイは。
竜。
Fucking
里
CIA.
へ行くわ。邪神像を手に入れるために。あなたの里が危ないのよ。
He's like, what does the CIA want with me? And how many with your body type can they send? Joel.
原始
Joe Mama.
貴様がジャニー
Genshin. What an impact Genshin has.
いいか
Joel Hayabusa.
邪道に落ちたな原始
邪道だ。忍びの道に生も邪もなし。
弱き者どもの末路、すなわちそれが邪道だ。
尾崎、我らの因縁も今宵が限りよ。邪神剣の血のりとなれ。
邪人の
Kenshin, you fool. Sheesh. Man. This pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. Let me give me a small break. A very short one. Because I kind of forgot about it. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, give me 5. Here we go. Gotta get used to this streaming thing again. I'll find all my buttons again. Anyway, yeah, give me 5 and I'll be right back. Poof. Man. DOA Prism about to come out too. Well, I guess it got delayed. Now it's like the 20th? I know it's close to Assassin's Creed now. Let's take a look, shall we? Prism. Steam? Not available in your region. Where does one find? 27th of March. So I guess Assassin's Creed is the 20th. Okay. Oh, so a week after Assassin's Creed, we're getting Prism. Oh man. Oh man. What do I play? Oh. Heartbreaking choice. To be fair though, if in 2025 you love any type of action game with ninjas and samurais, I think this is a year where you're gonna be eating pretty well. Right? You got a new version of Ninja Gaiden 2 if you like that, right? Assassin's Creed Shadow is about to come out. Ghosts of Yotai also this year, and then Ninja Gaiden 4 also at the end of the year. It's like, what? Examine. Flying Swallow. Yada yada yada. Wow. It's kind of wild this is a real thing. Like, let's chop up some dogs. Ooh. Ooh. Life of the gods. Is this the game with all those silly challenges, or is that one? I think that's one, right? With those super long challenges. Reverse wind. Yeah. You suck. Yay. Got the ad reminder. Oh no. Heartbreaking. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. Oh, no, not a prime. Hey. When can we play as Ayane or Kasumi? Damn, there's no Kasumi in this game yet. Fuck! Why didn't they make Ninja Gaiden 3 black? Huh? No more can be carried. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we can. There we go. Can I aim? You don't chop up those dogs, they'll chop you up. They had knives. It's the only way. They had to get rid of... I wanted to say innocent animals, but I guess if they're trained to kill me, not exactly innocent, huh? I mean, I guess technically the dog is innocent. Help me? I am under the water. How do you move forward? Ah. Help. I am under the water. Ow! Ow! Dude, he's a fucking good aimer. If he's using an aimbot. Has to be, right? Still alive? The counter-attack technique. He's got technique. I hope they update this game, you know. I hope they actually do add some stuff, or, you know. Like, imagine if like a month or two from now they're like, look, we heard you. We added, or like we tweaked the balance so you can have more enemies, right? Just like the good old days. That will be sweet. It'd be like, I guess we'll go back in. I'd definitely play that. Isn't this where we find some Tengus? Tengusies? Or am I thinking of the wrong game? Once again. Once again. I've never liked them. The talents, I have never liked those. This game. Have you tried blocking? Shut the hell up. Okay. Have you tried blocking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sploosh. Get splooshed. Izuna drop. Go down, amigo. Man, I keep imagining there's gonna be people who might get swept up in the hype, I guess. You know, there's like a generation of people that grew up, and this is so fucked up to say, right? That grew up on Souls games. They have no idea this shit exists. And now everyone's being like, oh, Ninja Gaiden's back. It's the OG difficult game. All these Souls players need to try this one out. I feel like they're gonna be in for a rude awakening, especially on higher difficulties. Because this is nothing like Souls games, you know? Like, it's a totally different kind of difficult. So I guess if you like Souls games where all you do is parry, I mean, I guess you could transfer that skill to this game and just parry a lot. Who cares? I care. I find that to be an interesting insight into the world of video games. No? Yeah, in this game you have to find the heavy attack button. I always, and you know, this is, maybe I'm a little bit elitist by saying this. I don't consider Souls games to be difficult necessarily, and I know that's weird to say. But to me, the idea of trial and error, it doesn't mean it's difficult. That means that it's just designed to have hidden information the first time around. Right? Because that's in essence what trial and error is. right? It's like a challenge that, you know, there's certain information that is being revealed to you as you're doing it, meaning you probably will not do it from the first try because the information is essential from the get-go, right? So is that difficult? Not really. You're just going in blind. But I think it became this thing of difficulty because, you know, when Souls became a thing, we were definitely in an era of like, you know, like a lot of big games were just like Uncharted, right? Like literally, even if you want it, it's like more difficult to fail. Like you would on purpose have to fail to lose in those games, right? So I guess just dying at any point for any reason would be considered difficult then. But then again, a lot of that criticism you can hold against this game as well, right? If you go into a boss fight and you have no idea what they can do, you can probably die. If you know their attacks and you found the counter to those attacks, that's when you can beat a boss, right? It's kind of the same idea, though. I guess in this game there's like an extra level of like, I guess, you know, there's a little more timing to your moves and stuff. The speed's a little higher as well. Souls-like games are total crap for me. To me at this point they're almost like, it's an FPS game. It's like, well, sure, I mean, you've explained the genre. That doesn't really inform me much about the game anymore, you know. Oh, it has a stamina bar then, right? That's basically what it means. It has a stamina bar. Ironically, at least to me, the one thing that I like about Souls games has nothing to do with the combat. I like the worlds they build, you know? I like the worlds they build, you know, like the lore and the fantasy around it and that kind of stuff. That's super cool. The combat, it's there. That's basically all I gotta say about that. The combat is there. It facilitates you getting through a game. But that's kind of about it for me. Reaction-based gameplay. I mean, sure. Definitely if you like parrying. Definitely like a game like Sekiro, that definitely was like, you know, parry button the game. All reaction stuff. I didn't like that one too much. ultimate technique. It's done because Judah must react to the game. That's why it's simplistic and cheap. I mean, like Sekiro specifically, the one thing I mostly disliked about it was this whole thing of like, well, they have a health bar, but you really just need to remove the dots. And all you gotta do is just parry until you can remove a dot. It just felt really, you know, I don't know. Sekiro to me definitely felt like every boss had a very specific, you know, this is like the one way to beat this boss. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. How do I get back up? I want to get back up. Let me out. Let me on the field, coach. Is there a way to get back up? I don't think so. Fuck. It is what it is. Oh. Wait, where do we go now? What the heck? Ah. The bow. Like a shitty rhythm game. I mean, actually, yes. Sekiro often feels like just quick time events, you know. Sometimes literally, you know, with the... Now you jump over the attack. Now it's whatever the fuck the... Now it's the trust attack. You need to do this one. You got like the symbol over your head. And like the game has cool level design, right? And it has like cool boss fights. Even cool lore if you want to. The combat is such a letdown. And then to me, of course, what makes it even worse is like the idea that it started out as a Tenchu game and it turned into Sekiro, and it's like, man, it could have been like a cool stealth game. Oh man. Whoops. Hey, this one's a little more aggressive, right? Hey. Joe!
因がなるかな竜の忍者の落日よ
No! Joe! Mm.
邪神像はもらったこの邪神像こそ富士の沈め
祀られし富士の峰が今まさに
Elizabeth.
魔界の蓋が開いたのだ
Honestly, she can make me go evil as well.
溢れ出す
I think she can make it happen. She'd be like, hey, go be evil for mommy. I'm like, yup. Yup. An herb of spiritual. This whole game is literally just generate essence, spam music, ults. Simple shitty game. Yeah, you can reduce anything down to the bare essentials, right? That's why I always kind of cringe when there's people out there who are like, well, graphics don't matter. Video games are all about gameplay. And it's like, really? All about gameplay, huh? I don't agree with that at all. I think sometimes a game being beautiful has merit. Or even not in terms of graphical fidelity, but more like, you know, the feeling it evokes, the immersion it gives you. It has nothing to do with gameplay. Dararagon. Oh. Does it keep giving? No. I don't think it will. Save again. Oh. Money. Money. Shut the hell up. Oh. Got him. Man, Izuna is so iconic. And it's like technically not that special, but like it is, you know? Is that where we need to go? But I can go down. I can go down. I cannot go down. No top secrets for me. No secrets for me. Okay, but what if there's a secret here? There is not. No crystal skull. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Seen some reactions to the trailer and people sometimes didn't know the proper name of the move, but they recognize it. Right? Huh? Wait, no, no, no. Go back up. Whoa! Huh? Where do you come from? I actually don't know which way to go right now. What's here? I feel like up is probably the way forward. But this must be hidden shit, right? Yeah. Yes. Man, you can easily skip that one. Oh, store. Alright, let's upgrade the lunar staff. That's not a bad investment. You're gonna be using that. Definitely. Lunar stuff. I don't give a shit about the fucking... the falcon thingies. Who cares? Snooze. Fucking swim flippers as a weapon. Ugh. They look so dumb, and they look even dumber on that one outfit in DOA where he's like using all the weapons at all times and he has those stupid flippers on. Metal flippers. Joe. No, Joe! No, Joe!
そうか。ウヌがジョー・ハヤブサの小せがれか。邪神像を封ずるは竜の忍者の使命とな。小僧、貴様も死にたいと見える。エリザベートよ。以後ウヌらが真偽を示せ。
Elizabeth.
待て。
Damn, he has a big flipper on his hand as well. Will it though? I always hated this one. Oh, I forgot to heal. No. Try again. Try again. Now we have his number. Oh, what the fuck? He was way quicker. Dude, now he starts dodging every fucking attack. There we go, motherfucker. Joe Hayabusa!
死に損ないが女を追い邪神像を取り戻すのだ行け
Let's go! I think that's a perfect place to wrap it up for today, huh? Because I gotta wrap up at 11 today. We got people who need to go to bed here for work. Is this with Rachel already? No, right? Oh, this fucker. Ugh.
でも君が
Alexei.
君は見飽きてしまったろうね
Rachel's chapter 8. Oh, man. Who's first? Momiji? I think Momiji's chapter is first, right? In terms of the non-Ryu characters. I think Rachel's first. No, not Rachel, Momiji. Oh shit. Goddamn diamonds. Yup. Looks pretty. I guess not the greatest quality reflections. Like what? 1/16 of the resolution? Or just a really low res screen space, I guess. But then again, you know, it's always like you can criticize stuff like that, or you can think as a developer and like you're gonna be moving so fast in this game. unless you actually stop and look at it, nobody's gonna notice. That's the thing, right? Where do you put your resources? That's the question. Anyhow, boys and girls, that was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which I'm definitely gonna continue. It's a fun game, you know. It's a classic. It's a fun game. I think the PC version even has RT reflections if you want them. Damn. Yeah, I'm assuming this has a PS5 Pro version as well, which probably has better. I actually don't know. I'm woefully not informed about this game. Also, I guess, I mean, I don't have an obligation to mention this because, I mean, as you can see, I'm just reminded of it at the end of this stream. But yeah, this game has been provided by Koei Tecmo Europe. You know, when they revealed this game, a tweet went out with like, you know, hey, content creators, here's a form if you want to make content for this game. And I was like, you know what, I'm probably gonna buy it and stream it anyway, because it is so closely adjacent to DOA. It's in our, you know, it's in our little world here. But I was like, fuck it, you know. They're not gonna earn any money off me playing this, but, you know. They gave me the key anyway. Very happy for that. Very thankful. You know, makes it a little easier to just get this up and running. So good shit. Good for them, you know. Is it weird? I have always enjoyed the non-Ryu stages far more. I'm just a sucker for the girls, you know. You mean the DOA girls? I used to think that was so cool. Like when I first played these games, I was mostly into DOA. And then, you know, they did like this game with like, you know, you could play as Ayane and whatever, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. All the moveset of the girls are terrible. I mean, I've always found, and I guess maybe I haven't, because I haven't played at higher difficulties all that much. I always thought Ayane's was alright. Rachel's is rough. Rachel's can definitely be rough. Momichi's like, Ayane always felt alright. Ayane felt good enough. But she has to fight against those stupid ass wolves. I don't like that one bit. None of them have wind paths. Ugh. Yucky, yucky. But I still like those stages. I don't know. I always look forward to them. But it's a good game. All in all. It's a good game. A good game. I wonder if they're ever gonna touch Tree again. You know? Like, do you think they're gonna do Tree Black? That would be a wild fucking... I wonder what that would even look like. Just RE with better graphics, I guess. Ugh. I doubt it. Me too. It seems very unlikely. I mean, this was not on my list either, though. Right? This was not on my list at all. Not enough nostalgia. I guess this one is still highly regarded. Tree is just like, I feel like if they could delete it, they would. And hopefully 4 will work out. But I'm excited for 4. I'm also excited for Assassin's Creed. I know, you know, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but they've been showing so much gameplay now of Assassin's Creed. Even people live streaming it from the studios, you know, over at Ubisoft. They were like invited, and then like on the day the information dropped, there were like a couple of content creators still in that office, and they're like, all right, we're live streaming this demo, which is kind of wild. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I mean, and you know what I think? There's been so much negativity surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is mostly coming from one direction, right? But I think in the end, games usually speak for themselves in a way that even the biggest haters online can't. And the fact that we've now seen proper, uninterrupted gameplay of Assassin's Creed, and people seem to like it. Again, maybe that's my bubble. I'm in a generally positive bubble in terms of Assassin's Creed Online, but I'm seeing a lot of people outside of that bubble being like, you know what, this game actually looks good. And I don't think I'm the only one seeing that, because I've also seen a bunch of lists of like, well, it's the #1 pre-seller right now in like this country and in this country and in this country. It's like, I think a lot of people were just waiting on proper gameplay for that game. I think that's basically what it, because that's the thing with that game. We've seen a lot about it, but not just like, here's an hour of gameplay. Just like, how does this game actually functions? How does it look? And the crazy thing is, it looks really good. People are like, oh my god, it looks good. Thank god they used the thing, you know, the delay to make it polished and better. And then they hit us with the, well, the preview build you're seeing now is from November. So that's before the changes we implemented with the delay. And apparently, what I'm hearing is that the delay was mostly to improve like general bug fixing and stuff, and you know, like polishing, but also the parkour system had a lot of weird stuff in it that they really wanted to clean up, which is what that last delay that happened apparently was to really fix some of the parkour stuff. Because from what they're saying, that's like what Ubisoft is saying, is that in a lot of cases where, like, you know, where there's like a lot of roofs in like weird angles and positions towards each other, you know, especially in like the bigger castles and stuff where roofs can have like really weird configurations. That's when the parkour stuff kind of started being wonky, and they kind of wanted to nail that, which I understand. I definitely see how Assassin's Creed Shadows definitely feels like one of those games where they're like, this cannot be a failure, right? I'm not as doomy on Ubisoft as some people. You know, some people are like, they're about to go bankrupt, right? I don't think that's happening. You know, I think they're a little too big for that to happen. They're gonna get bought before that happens, if anything. But I do think Shadows needs to be a positive on their bank account at the very least. I think there's, you know, I think there's a lot riding on that game being good. But yeah, it looks great, and that's what I'm saying. If you like samurai and ninja stuff, 2025 is looking sweet. In general, people on the internet seem to have no idea what the stock market actually is and what stock price means. Oh yeah, I kind of hate that when people bring up stock price when something happens, and it's like, I mean, it's not how it works. Like, sometimes it is, but like most of the times, you know, people have no idea. But mostly people who complain about shit, they don't know what they're talking about very often. Anyhow, boys and girls, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Assassin's Creed is a garbage can. And you know what? Garbage cans are very important in society. Imagine if there were no garbage cans and everyone threw their trash on the street outside. Man, you don't want to be living in that world. Something to think about. Something to think about, huh? Hey, here's the thing. If it's not for you, it's not for you. No need to call names towards games. You don't like it, you don't like it. But there's plenty of people who love Assassin's Creed, including me. And Shadows looks sick. So, go play the 5 other Ninja games that are releasing this year, right? That's the thing. If you're like Assassin's Creed Shadows looks stupid, go play Ghosts of Yotei when it comes out. Go play Ninja Gaiden 4 when it comes out. Go play Rise of the Ronin on PC when it comes out. So much samurai and ninja games this year. Ghost of Yotei is also woke, don't forget. Nobody cares. Look at Assassin's Creed. All that bullshit about, ooh, but what about fucking Yasuke and blah, blah, blah. And then people see the gameplay and it's like, well, I guess it looks sick. Pre-order. That's what happens. Think eventually games always speak for themselves. Same is gonna happen when Ghost of Yotei. That's gonna sell like hotcakes, and you know it. You know it. Alright, guys, have a good one. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'll probably stream actually Virtua Fighter, because that came out today, but I was more excited for this. I'm gonna be honest. I was more excited to seeing how this looks and whatever. But Wednesday, I'm pretty locked in on Virtua Fighter. The PC one. Revo. Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. Alright, so Wednesday, Virtua Fighter. Friday, I don't know yet. Probably this. Maybe Virtua Fighter, depending on how fun it is. But man, this fucking good. Alright, that's the plan for this week. Yeah, guys, have a good evening. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.